This is January 2016, paper 2. This is question number 2. The photograph shows some large concrete cubes. The mass of one of the concrete cubes is 1,000 kilograms. State the weight of this concrete cube. Give the unit. Okay, so here, weight is mass times gravity. So the mass is 1,000. And if you look at the beginning, it says to use 10 meters per second squared. They would accept it here 9.8 or 9.81. But 10 is fine, so you should get 10,000. But then what's going to be the unit? It should be newtons, and that's for our 2 marks. The density of the cube is 2,300 kilograms per cubic meter. State the equation linking density, mass, and volume. Okay, now this is a quick tip, but when we do physics, we can actually use the units in order to build our equation. So density, they've said, is kilograms per cubic meter. So that must be a mass on the top and then a volume on the bottom. So we didn't need to memorize it because the unit tells us what that equation should be. Calculate the volume of this concrete cube. So first of all, what we're going to have to do is rearrange. And that's mass over density. And it said that the mass is 1,000. And it says that the volume, so the density is 2,300. So we should get 0.43 meters cubed. Let's just check that. And it is 0.43 meters cubed. And that's B. So the graph shows that the volumes of 1,000 kilogram of some other materials. State the type of graph shown. It's pretty obvious that it's a bar chart. Just 1 mark for that. We would use that because it's a discontinuous variable, which means that you can only, so cork, the volume of 1,000 kilograms of cork would be that. It just is that, so you can just show it on your graph and compare it to other values. Continuous would be something that would change. We change one thing and it changes another thing, and we can get that smooth line that we can get from it. Give a reason why a line graph is not appropriate to display it. So, idea that it's discontinuous. Terrible pen. You could have also said that the materials have non-numerical values and not quantifiable. So there is no unit here. There's just a material. So it's nothing that can continue onwards. They're just discrete values. It's a cork. It's a cardboard. It's ice. You could just say a line graph wouldn't show continuity, so couldn't use a line graph, not a line graph. Appropriate. It's only for 1 mark, so any of those would be okay. Use the information from the graph to compare the densities of cork and water. So here's our water, and here's our cork. So you can see that water is 1 cubic meter for 1,000 kilograms. But for cork, it's 4 cubic meters for 1,000 kilograms. So you could say that cork is less dense. Same mass, bigger volume, so it must be less dense. You could say that water is denser. So cork is less dense. It is 25% or 1/4 as dense as water. Or, in fact, you could have said water is denser. It is 4 times more dense than cork. This is your mark 1, and this is your second mark. So, cork is less dense, or water is denser. Cork is 25%, or water is 4 times as dense. So you could have had any of those for 2 marks. And that's question number 2.